Happiness as an aim is shallow and weak. It cannot withstand suffering. Obviously, because when you're suffering, you're not happy. And if the purpose of life is to be happy, then when you're suffering, your life has no meaning. And then if you're suffering and there's no meaning in the suffering, then you're really suffering. That's really hell. Look, first of all, don't aim at being happy, because that's just not going to work. Especially when the storms come and barbarians are beating at the gate. You can just forget about that. And there's going to be times in your life where you're suffering so much you can't believe it. And so you're going to need something a hell of a lot more robust than happiness to get you through that. And then you might say, well, what's more robust than happiness? Or maybe even what's more robust than pain? Well, how about adventure? How about we go out and sail the uncharted seas, you know? God, so to speak, has called us out for something far greater than mere happiness. He's called us out for the adventure of our life that's of sufficient moral integrity to justify the suffering. And if you tell people, if you let them know that, well, that makes them stand up and cheer, eh? Because deep in their heart, they know that's true.
Remember the first time you finally pedaled the bike? You remember that, right? It requires you to keep pedaling. If you stop pedaling, the bike loses momentum, it slows us down, then it wobbles, then it shakes, and then it crashes. People stop pedaling in their relationships. People stop pedaling in their personal development. People stop pedaling in their business. No, you always have to pedal. You'll pedal forever. We stop pedaling, we think we got it, and then it wobbles a little, then it loses steam, and then it crashes. So the key is to keep pedaling. Personal development and your identity. If you don't keep pedaling, listen to me, if you don't keep growing, keep working on your identity, at some point you will sabotage the great relationship, the great business, because your results will exceed what you think you're worth. And you get out of life what you're deeply convinced of that you're worth. And so if you want the life to keep increasing, if you want to go to the next moment, you're perfect in this moment, but you got to pedal harder for the next moment. You have to pedal more for the next moment. Because what happens is if our results exceed our identity, as I've talked about a million times, we will cool life back down and sabotage to get it back to where we think we're worth. That's true in your body. If you don't keep pedaling on your identity, in your fitness, in your health, in your wellness, and your body starts to get more fit than you believe you're worth, you will gain the weight back. You will lose the muscle mass to get it back about what you think you're worth. So the key thing in life, just like riding that bike, is to keep pedaling.